Hi everyone! Today I will share my optimized Moka pot light roast recipe for a single serving along with grinder settings for both my grinders. For those wondering, I've been spending more time on various other things, so it took longer for this video to arrive. But enough excuses, let's get to it. In a previous video, I already showed how I used the Moka pot for cappuccino. For my in-depth coffee studies, however, I sought to optimize my routine and tested Moka recipes from several sources, including literature, James Hoffmann, and Moka bees. I will now show you the combined result of those studies and my own experience for light roast coffee. You will see that this differs from how my routine used to be. Note that, as always, medium and dark roast will follow later on. For all the details on this study, in which I cover my whole range of homebrew methods for light, medium, and dark roast, see the document link in the description, as well as links to the original sources. Contrary to the sources I used, I found that for the best flow-through time versus flavor ratio, I had to go just beyond the recommended medium fine grind. With my Graef CM702, this means setting 25 with two 0.2mm washers installed, which equals the coarsest espresso grind in its spectrum, according to my studies that is. For my Zassenhaus hand grinder, I recently added a line at the 12 o'clock position at 100%, its finest setting, and I had to twist it down one full turn to get the same finesse as with the Graef. First thing to do is to put a towel in the freezer, as shown by Moka bees. Next, turn on your stove at medium temperature. In case of my generic electric cooking plate, this would be setting 3 of 5. Boil water and pour it into a smaller pouring jug with a thermometer inside to keep track of the temperature as it drops down from 100 degrees Celsius or 212 Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Celsius or 176 Fahrenheit. Make sure to add plenty of water as to cover enough surface of the thermometer. When I submerged the rod into only 200 milliliters of water, the gauge stopped at 70 degrees Celsius, while in reality it was just below 100 and would have risked burning the coffee. Also, pour hot water into the drinking cup to preheat it. If not yet done, disassemble the Moka pot. Next, grind coffee directly into the filter basket. The post-grind weight roughly equals 13 to 14 grams for a single serve, but it's not really that important, as the basket volume has been pre-designed for the amount of servings anyway. Shake and/or tap the filter as it fills to evenly distribute the grounds. When beyond full, tap to even out more and level with your finger. Do not tamp or press down the grounds. Finally, remove any grounds from the rim to facilitate good sealing. Once the water in the jug has cooled down to 80 degrees Celsius or 176 Fahrenheit, pour it into the Moka pot water reservoir up to just below the lower end of the release valve. Insert the filter and remove any grounds that may have fallen on the screw wire. Know that such spillage will rarely happen if you consistently level the basket. Screw on the Moka pot tightly with a towel and quickly put it on your stove, lid open. Closely monitor the brew. When the coffee starts to run, put the fire on low, setting number 1 in my case, and put the cold towel next to the stove. Most of the coffee should come out in about half a minute in a slow, consistent flow. If the stove is not too hot, this gives you plenty of time to see the coffee change color and thickness. The next part is most exciting, as a lot needs to happen quickly. As soon as blonding starts, remove the pot. To be clear, this is before the end of the coffee flow. Quickly wrap the pot in the cold towel. I tried keeping the pot under flowing water as James Hoffmann showed, but cold water did get into my brew. You can circumvent this by dunking the reservoir in a bowl with water instead, but this will waste more water than needed, in my opinion. Either way, once you cool the pot, the coffee flow should slow down and eventually more bubbles will arise, but it should not sputter, the latter being a sign of overheating and thus burnt coffee. While the Moka pot chills, quickly empty the preheating cup. Pour your serving as soon as possible, but without rushing. You can then choose to start cooling your Moka pot first, or enjoy your coffee and take care of your gear later. And that concludes my updated Moka pot recipe for light roast. Coming up is V60 versus light roast, then Chemex, then I will start from the beginning with medium roast and share my findings. Have a good day and enjoy your coffee.
Vandaag in de aanbieding droog koffiepoeder of zuiver water.
Er zijn toch geen andere knoppetjes aan?